Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Nothing But Stubs. I just want to say welcome to a brand new episode, first one of 2021. That's kind of exciting.
Very exciting.
We're just really hyped about this week's episode. So I just want to say welcome everybody to our show. If you've never seen Nothing But Stubs before, my name is Chris, Chris Popcorn. That's obviously a nickname. It's not my real name,
Right.
but that's just kind of a fun thing that I do on the show. And I just want to introduce my co-host.
Hi, it's me, Daryl Hannah. Shut up. Not the same. Shut up. Not the same one, obviously. Different. This is a coincidence, but if I ever meet her, it's damn it.
It's going to be a weird situation.
Icebreaker.
Well,
you know?
a lot of people are going to be like, "Are you the guy on the, that awesome movie podcast? Or are you the woman who killed herself in the first minute of Sense8?"
And I'm gonna come up to her and be like, "You're not gonna believe this."
All right, well, welcome to the show. This week, mainly, it's kind of a slow start to the new year. A lot of things are happening in the world of movies. A lot of things aren't happening too. The COVID situation obviously still happening. A lot of new things aren't getting filmed, but that doesn't mean we can't go hunting for some of our favorites. We have a lot of DVD pickups this week. There's a lot came out on Tuesday, but sometimes we like to go to stores and see what's going on just on the shelves. Obviously some of the shelves are getting a little smaller at our favorite movie stores, but a lot of them are still open. A lot of independent movie places could still use our help. So I just encourage everybody out there, if you really like movies, just get out there and buy as many as you can,
Right.
even if you don't think you're going to watch them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it still affects their bottom line, which is important. Also, you may think it's dangerous to go to the store just for movies right now, but I think it's dangerous to not get the movies right now because how else are you going to intake your media?
Yeah. And I think it's even more dangerous because a lot of these independent stores aren't going to be able to stay afloat if we're not in there buying DVD, going in the dollar bin.
But which is where I shop most of the time. You'd be surprised the gyms you'd find in the Dollar Tree whatnot stores.
It's kind of crazy. Last week I was in there just going through the bin, and usually you see the same thing. You're always seeing Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium,
right,
and all that. But this last week I saw Lester.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you pick it up?
No, I mean the store manager was there, Lester, and he had I got there when he got there, and he had a whole box full of all kinds of new pickups. I was like, okay, well, if they're only $1 each, I'll just take the whole box. I didn't even know what was in the box.
Right, and duplicates doesn't matter because you still
you give it to a friend,
and sometimes you watch a DVD so much you wear it out.
Yeah.
And so that way, in case you get a wear out situation, you still have a pristine copy of your favorite movie.
I've definitely got laser burn on a couple of copies, things that I watch all the time. Heartbreakers with J-Love. Sorry, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Right.
I've been watching that since I was 16, just over and over. Tenchi Muyo in Love is still like that. I don't even know if you can get a copy of that anymore. You can practically see through the disc. It's like someone rubbed grease on it. I don't know how to explain it, but you can barely play the fucking thing.
Right.
So I got a box from Lester. It was about 22 copies of the same disc, which is not the ideal situation, but
sure. But if I, not to cut you off, I apologize, but Christmas is, before we know it, it will be Christmas or whatever, and you could just give that out to everyone like
absolutely.
Here is this copy. What was the DVD that you got?
The Two Towers, not Lord of the Rings. It was a 9/11 documentary about what happened on that day.
Well, that's important.
It's more of an indie documentary. It's a flipper disc, so you get two movies. You have that on one side, and on the other side, it's Starweight, which is a documentary on everyone who waited for Attack of the Clones.
Right.
So
Grimlock was in that.
The double feature, both ending in tragedy.
Yeah, was Grimlock in both? I'm afraid to ask. I hope not.
No.
Good.
No, just the one. Thank God.
Thank God.
He's okay. He's safe.
Thank God for that.
He's safe. I saw him at the Last Jedi premiere, and
we
spent a lot of time. We both laminated our tickets, but that's next week's subject. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about pickups. One of the things I just want to bring up though, before we get to what we picked up this week, because I know you picked up a lot of new discs.
So many discs.
I picked up some. And before I want to get into that, again, talking about independent retailers, are they still going to continue to carry movies? You know, because we're not really doing the streaming thing. We're not really into that.
Right. And if I have to have one more person recommend, you know, Queen's Gambit to me, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, I'm not going to, why would I get Netflix or Hulu or anything like that? I'm not doing that. Physical media only.
If someone else, if one more person recommends Queen's Gambit, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna show them regular Gambit.
Yeah, and do you have a
watch?
Oh, I got that.
Where he heats up the.
I got something. Don't worry. They got
if you're listen, if you're an audio listener, we do have our feed on iTunes. We do have our feed on Spotify. And basically what just happened is we acted like we were heating up objects in the palm of our hands and throwing them at the camera. So if all the audio listeners didn't understand what was happening, it's a lot funnier if you saw the you saw the
Stitcher. We're on Stitcher.
What was I talking about?
Right.
So independent stores, it's important that we still want them to carry movies. We still want Target, obviously Walmart. Those are kind of our two hot zones.
Yeah.
But a trick that I do, and I want to recommend it to everybody out there, to make sure these movies stay on the shelves. I go to my favorite independent mom and pop store, and what I do is I walk in and I say, "Hey, I get really serious. I get maybe a little more serious than I should, but I get really serious and I say, hey, my mom," and this is not true. This is something I made up.
Right. He made.
So I don't want to get anybody worried.
Yeah. Don't be concerned. No emails of concern, please.
Yeah. Don't send us any emails because we have enough.
I get so many.
But I go into the store and I will say, hey, my mom has COVID, and I don't know how this is going to turn out. The last thing she wanted to see was home movies, the complete box set.
Yeah, Brendan Small.
Columbia Pictures Volume 1 with all the 4K. It has a 4K cut of A League of Their Own,
right,
Lawrence of Arabia,
right,
and Jerry Maguire.
Yes. And those are, I think, some of the best movies.
Yeah.
If you like sports. That was it.
And Total Recall, the new 4K cut, they made it shorter, so it's not a total recall. It's actually less of a recall.
It's like 3/4 of a recall.
Yeah, it looks better. Right. And I tell them that, these are just examples. I had maybe 20, 25 more on my list, but I read them all off and I said it would really mean a lot if you guys could carry these. And they said, okay, we'll special order them for you. And then what I do, I don't come back. That's it. That's the last time I ever go to that store.
Right.
But what happens is they order those. They go, uh-oh, that guy didn't come back.
Right.
What am I doing with I'm sitting on all this product. I can't move. I don't know. Now I don't know what to do.
Right.
And they just put it on the shelf. And now they're on the shelf so that somebody else comes into the store and they see, oh, you have a pretty stocked selection.
And not only that, they say, not only is this selection stocked, but it's quality choices.
Yeah.
And maybe, you had to think, honestly, these people who own these stores, like, God bless them, they don't understand what's good.
Yeah.
And
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
We do. Excuse me, we have a podcast. Hello.
Yeah.
So, now they go, oh man, this store clearly knows what they're doing. I will definitely come back to the store.
Definitely. I'm going to keep coming back if they have shelves full of this stuff, I'm going to keep coming back. I'm not, and they'll probably cancel Netflix at that point, because what would be the point?
What's the point? And so honestly, it seems at first you're like, what are you doing? But then you realize, oh my God, you guys did them the biggest favor. And honestly, I feel like if we went back to that store a year later, they go, you're the guy who saved my business.
Yeah.
You're the guy who I owe my livelihood to. Thank you.
Yeah. And I may, once the dust has settled, I may go back to the store.
Well, I mean, every now and then it's nice to get the pat on the back that you deserve.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Right? I agree. I will not go with my mom because I did paint a grim picture. Right. I painted a really grim picture. I said there's very little hope.
Normally I wouldn't condone doing that.
Yeah.
But it's tough times for these businesses, and you're trying to help them out in any way you can. So sometimes a little, dark fib.
Yep.
You know,
if it's
good.
coming down to the survival of the stores, I'll sacrifice my mom.
Great.
You know, in a rhetorical sense.
I mean,
maybe
we're being
sense.
rhetorical, which is what we're all about here.
Yeah. I don't have a great relationship with her, so I mean, it's kind of, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
Different another day, another day, another challenge. Daystorm. I don't know if you ever watched his channel, but he's a movie buff. But anyway, so we're going to get into our pickups today. I got a lot of exciting stuff because sometimes when you go through these bins and you're looking, you're digging, you find stuff that you don't think, it's like, okay, how is that going to be there? You know, why would that be there?
Right.
You know, it's impossible for a store to have this, but you'd be surprised if you dig deep enough.
And honestly, like I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, and I get a little kick every time I find like a hidden gem at one of these stores. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they had this movie. And like my heart starts beating. I look around like, did anyone else like try to get this out of my hands? Because I don't want to, I got to get to the register now before they see what I got. You know, it's a whole thing. Yeah,
I was surprised. I was there. I was with you on Black Friday, if you remember. And I remember walking through Target and it was like, oh, did no one else see they had Mr. Popper's Penguins? I guess that's just me. And it's funny, I was surprised how little people reacted. I actually found myself starting to show it off.
Yeah.
And like, look at that.
And I was getting nervous with him doing that. He kept putting it in people's faces like, they're going to take that from you because it is on sale right now. Like, be careful.
Kevin was with us and he kept trying to get us to, he kept showing us copies of The Greatest American Hero on DVD.
Right.
I have 7 copies of that and he kept trying to show it to
and
me
it's like that's enough copies. That's enough copies of that.
5 was enough.
Yeah.
But I love that show. That guy's hair and how it's all, you know, he's got kind of a I never watched it, but the cover is
now
light years is to infinity and beyond, as Buzz said.
You know, usually usually what we do at this time is we give a prediction of what is going to be the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously we don't need to do that this year.
No.
I think everyone knows the answer already.
Yeah.
So there's no point to even telling you what it is.
Yep.
Like what you're thinking is what we're going to say. So why waste my breath saying the thing?
Yep.
So I guess we'll move on from there. And I guess I'll save everyone some time.
Yeah, it's not even really worth going into.
Not even worth going into.
Yeah, but we're just really hyped right now. Again, because you know we're all kind of locked down right now, so we got a lot of stuff to watch. And do you want to just get to it? Do you want to go with what we picked up this week?
I would love to. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to do the first honor?
I would say flip a coin, like Two-Face flip the. I'll go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a random one here.
Don't look. Don't look. I'm so excited to see what you got.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, this is a good one. Yeah. Okay. This is 2307, A Winter's Dream. I just want to make sure everyone in copies. Tell them a little bit about this title, please.
Okay, so this movie, I'm sure you've seen it. It was a huge hit last year. It takes place in the year 2307. The world has gone through an apocalyptic ice age, and man and dog need to survive together.
Yeah, it's definitely man and dog. No need for cats. Slash film there. Shout out Peter Charetta. If you're watching this, he's doing a hell of a job at Slash Film, and it says it's Mad Max on ice, which is kind of makes me wonder if that means they're going to dance or sing or what that entitles. But something I think that's kind of interesting here, you know, I prefer an insert when I open a DVD. I like there to be a book that has cast information, production information, you know, how the trilogy is turning out, you know, just updates. But this has a recycling symbol, and I think that's kind of interesting because normally when it has that, there's less plastic, but this has the same amount of plastic. Right. But it just has a recycling symbol. So maybe recycling, maybe that's what causes 2307 to be this bad, you know? So I don't know. I have my theories on that.
I have my theories too. And sometimes you know that they give you a digital code with a purchase. Yeah. But again, I rip those up because I'm physical. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Physical.
Yeah, we're physical kind of guys.
You ever heard that song, Let's Get Physical?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
That was about the format wars.
Format wars, 100%. All right, let me show you what
she said, let me hear your body talk. It's more just let the stores know you want to carry them. All right, what'd you pick up this week?
Okay. I got the Aventura. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get closer up.
Yeah.
Okay. You can explain what this is.
Avventura. Now, this is an Italian film. Avventura obviously is Italian for the Grim Reaper, and this is sort of a funny take on the Grim Reaper. Tears his way through this group of kids. He just doesn't let a single one survive, and it's sort of it was kind of the inspiration for Final Destination. All of these kids, they're innocent, and then he kind of corrupts each and every one of them through the radio waves, and they all listen to the same station, and they turn into rapists. It's not a fun movie. It's really not a fun movie.
Open this up, and I want to see if there's anything inside, because I think we got to show the disc art too.
Yeah,
while we're at it.
Yeah, they might, and a lot of times these DVDs, when they're brand new, they include a poster or some kind of collectible.
Yeah, and see, we do have an insert. Excuse me.
See, this is what I like to see. You know, this is what keeping the physical product alive.
Now it's just it's just the song list. So that's what that insert is.
Yeah, that's a list of the songs. The Grim Reaper must commit 10 songs to tape before he's allowed to kill.
There's a back of the insert as well, and
okay.
It's stuff from like interviews and about making it. I'm sure that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I'm kind of excited about that to dig into the bonus features. I'll probably watch those before the movie.
Yeah, definitely happy I was able to get this one this time. So that was lucky.
Okay, I'm going to the next one here.
Yeah.
This is my next pickup. I was really stoked to see this at the store. Stop.
Oh.
This one's called Stop, Do Not Read My Book or Go Through My Course Until You Watch This Very Important Video First. Watch me first. Your financial success relies on it. Go ahead and tell them about it.
Okay, so this one actually, it's a horror movie. It's you're set in the time of in like the 1800s, and there is a whole thing about the teacher ends up being like stalked by a student, and he's just he doesn't know the answer to the test, and it gets it's pretty gory at the end of it, but I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen this movie, which I'm assuming you have seen it. But there is a big orgy scene that maybe one of the most graphic things since Caligula. If that's something you're into.
This does say bonus DVD on the back, so it is letting you know there is a bonus DVD. Because a lot of times you buy these, you don't know if there's any bonus features.
There is a bonus feature. Okay, but you get no insert.
No insert. Okay, a little chintzy, but this is cool. It is on a DVD-R, so we can, you know that they gave it the personal touch and burned it at their own home,
right?
So you know that it's.
If you smell the disc, it's like smelling inside of their computer, which I always get a kick out of because it's like now I know what your computer smells like.
Yeah, I wonder if they have cats.
Probably. If you get some ammonia, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm gonna. I guess my financial success relies.
No, that was
watching that.
No, you should watch that. All right, let's see what I got. Okay, I got Bill Poole, Celebration of Life.
Oh, Bill Poole.
So if you want to give him a rundown.
Bill Poole is just Bill Poole has an incident where he choked on the biggest chicken wing, could barely breathe. I mean, we're talking face purple, barely breathe, and then he hawks it up finally in one final just phlegm load. And he has a new lease on life. He survives somehow, and he has a whole new lease on life. He does everything he wanted to do. He does DMT and just kind of goes on a whole experience. He's walking through the Nevada desert. You see him. My favorite scene, for what it's worth, is when he's walking through the Nevada desert yelling, "I get it." And that's a good half hour of the movie. They changed the colors, very 2001.
So
that's kind of cool.
No insert
that?
for him. I thought maybe we get some kind of like memorial thing or something.
Yeah, or like an art book.
Yeah, but the disc is in color. I will say that, and it does say "in loving memory."
Good.
So that's nice.
Good.
71 minutes, and if you're not crying by the end of that, I don't want to know you.
Yeah,
honestly.
that movie goes straight for the jugular,
Yeah.
and that's not a joke on him passing away or anything like that.
We wouldn't do that.
It's just 71 minutes. They get to it, and it's a breakthrough, and it's really incredible. That movie is I'd rank it up there with Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, it's honestly, like I probably cried a little bit more during Batman v Superman, but
yeah, definitely,
but not much more. Like, right? It's seriously like close.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there with the DCU stuff. It's not quite up to that level, but it's almost there. That's the closest I've felt to, like, you know what I mean? Like goosebumps.
Yeah. And it's okay. If you're in a theater and you're watching a movie and you can cry, right? Like that I'm whom I try to impress here. I'm here to experience something. So yeah, I cried during that. Yeah, I cried during the Bill Poole Memorial.
Yeah. That's just what we do.
That's
what we welcome
do.
If you're watching a movie, you surrender to it, and that's just it. So I don't want to hear anybody tell me that I shouldn't have cried during Justice League.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of the comments, and that's what we said earlier. Don't email us. If you have something negative to say, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And even if you have something positive to say, I would say just don't
keep it to yourself, because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, because we definitely believe in keeping the line open to our fans, but we just don't contact us.
Don't contact us. Don't look at us or listen to us, but listen to us and talk to us in the way that we ask you to. What do we got here? Boom. That's a movie.
Here comes the Boom. Classic, Kevin James classic.
Kevin James, I think probably his biggest financial success. Here comes the Boom. Here comes the Boom. He starts off as a lowly janitor at a tech corporation, and then before you know it, there comes the tech boom, and here he is making changes and changing code, and becomes the CEO of the company. I don't want to spoil the whole ending, but I will say that, Kevin James is known for his comedy. This is more of a serious role for him, and I think it was welcome. It was a welcomed turn.
Yeah, he kind of has sort of a dark side in this movie. He's normally known for being really funny. King of Queens, god damn, for my money, is just a laugh.
But after this movie was such a hit, I started calling him the king of screens.
Yeah,
because the small one and the big one.
Yeah.
After that,
he's really on all sides. He's really on. That's a really good point, because you really look at the different sizes of screens,
right?
And he's been on
almost all of them, and he's been at the top of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's really Kevin James. We can't say enough about him.
Yeah,
really,
I would say, if you think of like the top tier actors right now of our time, and you don't find Kevin James on your list, then I don't know what list you're looking at.
Yeah, just do us a favor and be gone.
I mean, yeah.
Just want to.
Oh, is that the digital? Thank you. Yep. Go ahead. Thank you. That's what we do here.
And you want to see Gambit again?
Yeah, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
Physical.
I have the disc. That's all I need.
That's all I'm gonna need. Also, I will say that I am the kind of person, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I like to take the disc and put it in a folder and then throw this away as well, because I don't have the room. Right now my collection is pushing towards 2,000 to 3,000 DVDs, Blu Rays, VHSs,
easily,
Betamaxes, laser discs. I have it all.
I have Game Boy Advance carts with with episodes
UMD,
of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Napoleon Dynamite disc. Yeah, I have that. Of course I do. So I'm running out of room.
Absolutely.
And so sometimes you have to find the cases and just let them go and put them in a folder, and then I alphabetize it all, of course. So consider doing that as well.
I'll go as far to say I even throw the discs away sometimes, because
of course,
I would rather just keep buying them.
And that's the most important thing, right? That's what this is all about. It's like
showing support.
Yes, yes, we have money because we have a show.
Yeah, obviously
we are doing okay. And sometimes, like, I'm sitting around like, what else do I spend my money on? I'm gonna buy Justice League again.
Yep.
And throw that one away because I want a new one.
Yeah, and you also, it helps you avoid disc rot.
Right.
Because if you have disc rot,
yeah,
you will eventually see all those little bits go away, and then you're in the middle of, let's say, so you have someone over,
right,
and you're watching the extended cut of Batman v Superman,
right,
and you start hitting freezes. They're not going to stick around. They're leaving.
And
They're
it's embarrassing. Have you ever had that happen to you? It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm coming from a real place when I say that.
Yeah.
I'm coming from a real place. When I had the Batman and Harley Quinn animated special.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching it with someone. I'm not going to say who, and that thing froze. It was like palm sweating is the least I could say about that. It was full blown panic attack. I was throwing the remote. I'm talking through a glass at the screen, and that person there did not come back. Ugh. And I will tell you, it's probably because they went and saw the movie somewhere else.
They probably saw it somewhere else, and they said, like, well, I'll finish it with a place that doesn't have a glitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, that's something like, that's unavoidable what happened to you, unless you have the money to buy another backup. And then you say, wait, before you leave, watch this.
Yeah.
I have it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then you could show them like destroying that other disc so they see how serious you are about quality.
Yeah. You just crack the disc in your hand and let them know. Just say, hey, I'm not fucking around here.
Right. Right. That's what I would say.
And maintain eye contact so they know you're serious. But
yeah. And
we don't need to get into that.
No. Okay. I got this one. Very excited when I saw this.
Oh yeah, this was a big one.
I think you were a little jealous, actually.
Yeah, a little.
When I pulled this,
I didn't mean to get mad, but
no, it was
mad.
okay.
Yeah,
no, it was fine. The manager came and calmed us down. But I did get Stephen Curtis Chapman the videos.
Oh, the
videos.
Yeah, that collection that has been harder to find than the Holy Grail because this guy, Steve Curtis Chapman, his videos are known for being avant-garde in ways that are hard to even explain. I mean, he's dealing with themes like suicide and themes like bestiality and themes like objective sexuality and he has this whole fetish for the Cars movies and stuff. And his music videos are all over the map. They make Jodorowsky look like the Teletubbies.
Yeah, Teletubbies. And so I was even surprised they had this. And you can see it's not rated. Probably because they weren't able to rate. It's just too much.
There's no rating that.
They wouldn't even send it off to get rated, probably because it's too disturbing. For those people.
NC-17 would be like giving Terminator 2 a G rating. It doesn't even begin to cover what's
it doesn't
on there.
begin to cover it. So
no one carries it. So it's pretty amazing you found it.
Yeah, exactly. And so I saw it and instantly it was like I grabbed it.
Yeah.
Like the Flash. Super fast to get it, and
that's appropriate.
Yeah,
because the speed.
So,
I want to give a shout out. One of my favorite videos of his, the Antichrist has his day.
Right.
That video shook me to my core. That was a real dead body.
Yeah.
So if anybody had any thought that was a prop,
no,
it was a real dead body, and what happened was real.
SCC is known to show the realness of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the song or the video here for the song Let Us Pray, you think, oh, this is going to be fine.
No, that's why they're praying.
That's why they're praying.
It is not good.
That is why they're praying. So you think that you're in for a treat. And that's
get me out of this.
And again, back to Christmas is all in the heart on here. You think, oh, that's good. No, they sacrifice a person.
Yeah.
And you see the heart.
Yeah.
And then he carves a Christmas tree in the still beating heart.
Yep.
He cauterizes it.
Yep.
It's hard to watch,
Yeah.
but sometimes
Rough
you know.
stuff.
Pain is temporary, film is forever.
Not this pain though. That is permanent.
Permanent for that person, but not me.
Yeah, and the
And
film
that's
is
the most
temporary
important
'cause it was
thing.
pulled, so it's really kind of a reverse.
Right. You look at his face though, and you know this guy's twisted.
Yeah,
You know there's some
twisted-
dark shit behind those
Yeah.
eyes. So
yeah, that guy is got demons.
yeah. So anyways.
Okay, well, I think I have another one here.
Oh, okay. So I'm all out.
This
So-
one's kind of cheating the system a little bit.
No.
I hope I don't get yelled at. And again, please do not comment. on
Don't
any of our
contact
stuff.
us. We've and no more fan art.
Yeah,
we've
no
had
more-
enough of that.
Yeah, no more fan art and no more comments on anyone's physical appearance. Because I was at home. Listen, we've been stuck at home. I've been stuck at home.
Right.
Over 22 years.
Yeah.
Not for any reason. I just
Right.
have
Just
a
been
lot of
there
movies to watch.
because you're watching movies.
Yeah. But so this is a little bit gaming the system. It's a DVD, but it's 2 movies.
Oh, I love
This
when they
is
do that.
and 2 great ones, and I'm actually surprised they sell these in the same thing because they could have got double price for this. You know, that's like putting Godfather 1 and 2 on one DVD-R, which I have done. I mean, it's almost an animated GIF, but it can be done.
You can be done.
But anyway, this is Bailey's Billions
Oh.
and White Fang.
Ooh. And that's really, if you're in a dog mood, which sometimes we just are, right? If you're in a dog mood, you could watch 2307 and those movies, and you would get a triple feature.
Absolutely.
The trifecta of man and dog and man.
Yeah.
And if you want to get really freaky, you got the bestiality thing we talked about earlier on the other one.
Yes.
You have that too.
Yeah. This has Dean Cain.
And Dean Cain, once he played Scott Peterson, I realized the level that he's willing to go to play something, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, people say, is he the best Superman? Yeah, you know, it's tough. Maybe Brandon Routh.
Yeah,
is better.
Brandon Routh.
Is better.
All of them are really good to me. I do think Henry Cavill is the best one, and you're really going to see him shine.
He is
soon.
the best one, and I mean, very handsome in that role.
Yep.
Very handsome. And that's fine for me to say. Go ahead with this movie.
This does have John Lovitz as the voice of Bailey, so John Lovitz is back. A lot of people have been asking where he was, or if he was dead or not. But no, he plays the dog with the Bailey.
You know what's funny is I don't know if you know this, but he was in a show called The Critic, and now I'm gonna be the critic of this movie. And I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up.
Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't. Sorry, I'm breaking on.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Take it in.
I didn't think that there was a comparison to be made because he's fat, you know, and you don't look like him, but you have the same job.
I have the same.
You don't look the same. But
no, thank God.
Yeah. Anyway, White Fang. I was testing you actually because you said, "Oh, I'm really excited about both of these movies."
Right.
And White Fang is not a movie. White Fang is 9 great episodes. Now they didn't make any more than that because of budget reasons, and the dog was mutilated.
They ran of all dogs.
But they made 9 great episodes, and they got all the titles here and everything.
Can you read them off to me so I can reminisce?
Coming
about my
Home,
favorite?
the pilot.
That's a good one.
That was really good. And honestly, maybe it even peaked there because he can only come home once.
Once you're home, where else do you want to go?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like you want to go somewhere else, stay home. It's kind of fun to think about.
It's
The
funny.
Birthday.
Oh.
Remember that?
I do remember that.
God, when it was his birthday.
Yeah, there was a lot of celebration, but I wasn't happy because the dog was fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, that was not the funnest birthday, but it did happen. Tough Kid.
Oh.
This is when the dog just attacks that kid.
The shit out of that kid.
I mean, they are looking at this kid like, oh, there is meat left.
I mean, it's like no ragdoll situation. Like that kid was limp as fuck.
Yeah,
and like they just tore that thing to shreds.
And he just gets up,
right?
Like looks at White Fang and goes, "That's all you got." I couldn't believe that.
Couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it.
And his tongue was half ripped out of his mouth, and he was still able to talk.
Oh my
God,
he's barely hanging on. This kid looks like a Katz's deli sandwich. And
tough kid.
And he survives. At what level he survives? That's up to the viewer.
That's a viewer decision.
Against the current.
Oh,
see, that was where they got in trouble because they kept seeing how those dogs could swim.
Right. And they just kept throwing them off.
No. Get in another stunt dog. How many White Fangs do we have on set?
Right. And it turns out the answer was 12.
Answer was the dirty dozen. Ooh.
Yeah, that was rough.
Last Flight.
Oh. Do you remember that one?
Well, yeah. And that was not my favorite episode because I'll admit, you think this thing can fly a jet?
Right. Nope.
And I just feel like, why would they even try that? That's so...
It seemed ridiculous in the time.
Yeah.
And then when that thing crashed, it was like, well, obviously.
Yeah, it was like, I could have told you the end of this episode
right.
before you even aired it.
Right. I've seen Air Bud. I know where this goes.
Yeah. It was like Flight with Denzel Washington.
Right. But then I realized, oh, they're trying to recreate a dog fight. And it was a little bit of a stretch. And honestly, a little lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit lazy. And he didn't even, unlike Denzel Washington, he didn't even have a chance to defend himself in court because that thing was on fire, dead. The Enemy Within.
Oh, that's when the dog had cancer.
Yeah, and that was not that funny
not
of
at
an
all.
episode. I feel like
not
they didn't really need to.
No, and then the vet, making them come in and say goodbye to the dog and everyone's crying when they put it down. Like that was, I don't know.
Yeah. Just old yeller it and move on.
Right.
Hostage. That was kind of a cool, trippy episode.
Right.
Because you'll always see a human hostage.
Right.
But it's rare you see the dog take a human hostage.
Right. And then trying to negotiate was a real heck of a time.
Yeah, because it is like, I don't know what this dog wants.
What does the dog want? It just keeps making these like whimpering, growling sounds at me, but like, here's more food, and that wasn't what the dog wanted.
Does the dog want money? Does the dog want food? I don't know, man. Just cap the thing.
Right.
And
but
they don't do that because they're not going to show that.
The dog was going to take the hostage with him. You know, you couldn't just kill the dog because you killed the person too.
Yeah, and it turns into a whole. It was very Metal Gear.
Yeah,
like it was very like kind of taboo, dark site stuff.
Right.
Okay, Wild and Free.
Oh.
Now that one was a little weird. The cast there's this whole message about nudity.
Right.
And how they all want to feel the wind on
their genitals,
their parts, and I wasn't going to say that.
Well, I mean, that's what they are.
And then Clint Eastwood, You're Not, which kind of a weird season finale,
right?
Because you're a dog,
right?
Why did you think the dog was Clint Eastwood? Like you thought that was how? I'm just curious how stupid you have to be to see a dog walk in the room and go, "Oh, is that Clint Eastwood from the Dirty Harry movies?" Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, I never once had that thought when I was watching.
I've never looked at a dog and thought it was a human actor.
Never thought it was Clint Eastwood.
So I just thought that was insane for me to jump to that.
During Gran Torino, I thought he acted like a dog.
Yeah, he was like a.
But that wasn't the same. I never got the other way switched around.
I've never watched the Beethoven movie and thought, oh, this has Tom Hanks in it.
Right.
No, it's a dog.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
And also too, it does say on the back maximum movie experience.
Right.
So you really can't have more of a movie experience. I mean, you have all this.
As far as you can go.
That's as far as you can go. This is Jupiter and Beyond the Infinite.
The corn has been popped, and now you guys got to watch it, right? Like, there's nothing else you can do. This is the maximum movie experience.
So that's really that's all the stuff I picked up.
That's all I got. Yeah, I picked up too. I thought it was a good haul for both of us this week.
Definitely a good haul. Definitely a good haul. Definitely one of our best hauls.
Yeah, I mean, I am excited to go back out there with the store.
Yeah.
and see what we can get. You know.
Yeah, and
Peruse.
I want to clarify some comments I made earlier because I know some people are just not going to be that happy about it.
Okay.
We are not we're not really big fans of digital and streaming and all that stuff. But I'm being told that's the only way to watch the Snyder Cut in a month. So we will. Don't worry. We will get our friend to burn a DVD-R of the stream so we can watch it at home and have a copy of it.
Yep.
But that's it. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to fit all 4 hours onto a CD.
Right.
But we're going to do our darndest, and we will have a review for you on the next show.
That's and I cannot.
What else can we do?
Wait. I cannot wait. I know that Snyder's been killing it and working his butt off to get this out to us.
I'm getting really excited about it.
Honestly, really like, you know, my hand was sore from signing that petition so many times to get him to even make the damn thing.
Yeah.
So now that he did it, I just can't wait to see where we go from here.
Yeah. Do you have any predictions or anything you think is going to happen or things you'd like to see?
I would like to see a little bit, I'm going to say it, more gore.
Yeah,
I think we could have seen more of that. And, you know, let's get on my history of violence level. Let's get up in there. I want to see the skull, you know?
Absolutely.
You have these powers, Superman. Let's see what you can rip off a face. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I think they've pretty much already confirmed there's going to be more gore. They already said Batman will say the F word, so that's already a better movie.
Already a better movie.
I'm just hoping, for me personally, it's all that stuff. And, you know, I'm going to say it, less Wonder Woman. I really hope there's a lot less Wonder Woman in it, and you know, and they don't go into any of those kind of things like feminism.
Right, 100%.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching this week. I thought it was another great episode of Nothing But Stubs. We will be back. You know, there will be at least one episode between now and Snyder Cut. I think next week we're going to talk about Soul, which I didn't think it had one. And
Wonder Woman. And I don't want to. No. I saw it. Okay. And I don't want to get into spoilers yet, but it is so much better than the first one. They figured out what to do with this character, and I just couldn't. I was eating it up. So, but I did get a digital, a physical copy